All right, guys. It's Seth here, probably better known as Saffron Olive, along with Richard. How you doing, Richard?
Good, thank you.
Today we are doing the next in our series of kind of supplemental product battles. This time we have the new event deck from Dragons of Tarkir, and we are going to go through a couple matches. One is the event deck as it comes out of the package, and then another is an event deck with $5 upgrades. So we wanted to talk to Richard a little bit and see what upgrades he made to his deck. So Richard, what did you do for the $5 upgrade portion of our event deck battle?
Okay, so I noticed the stock list just had a lot of high-powered creatures. Yasova Dragonclaw, Savage Knuckleblade, and I basically just wanted ways to force them through. So the name of my deck is the Unblockables, and we're gonna basically use Taigam Strike, which gives your creature +2/+0 and makes it unblockable with Rebound. And also my favorite card, Fleet Feather Sandals, which gives your creature haste and flying. So we're gonna use these in conjunction with high-powered creatures. So I added, more Boon Satyrs. That's a 4/2. So it's 3 mana 4/2 if you can swing with it immediately. And then I added another Yasova Dragonclaw, and I added a Savage Knuckleblade, and then I added Cyclops of One-Eyed Pass, which is a 4 mana 5/2. And so the idea is basically your guys are not being blocked, so their toughness doesn't matter, and you kind of just swing in there. And then to round out the deck, I kind of went more with the formidable theme. So we added some Teamer Ascendancies in here. So again, to give our guys haste, so you can just slam down a Cyclops and hit them for 5 damage out of nowhere. And also give you some card draw. And I also added some Whisperer of the Wilds to provide some early defense and ramp with mana. So all in all, we just added a bunch of monsters and added a bunch of cards to help them get through. And the total of all my upgrades was $4.91. So we got in there under $5. And as you'll see in the matches, the deck is pretty sweet. You may lose some games, but you'll always feel like a winner when you hit them with the Cyclops or One-Eyed Pass.
The deck did turn out pretty awesome. I was definitely impressed. I was way less creative when I looked over the list. I noticed there were a lot of mana rampers with Elvish Mystic and Golden Hind, but not a whole lot to do with your mana. So I maxed out on Crater's Claw. Actually didn't max out. I went up to 3 Crater's Claw. I did max out on Lightning Strikes, and I added 2 more Savage Knuckleblades. So I kind of went along with the decks you might see, the Teamer decks that you might see on an SCG Open or something, and tried to make my deck look as much like those as possible by only adding $5. The last card I added was a single Treasure Cruise. I really wanted to add 2 Treasure Cruises, but that would have put me over our budget by a couple cents. So I ended up going with 1, and I never ended up drawing it in the games, but I still like it in theory. But I probably like drawing cards more than most people. So my deck was far less creative, but I just kind of streamlined it and upped the numbers, and altogether came in at $4.71 in addition. Yeah, I think I had a good time with it. It's a pretty straightforward brew, just kind of play creatures and beat down. So I think your deck, Richard, was definitely more fun than mine.
Yeah, well, we'll let the viewers decide for themselves as they watch our matches to see which deck is better.
But definitely, if you are looking for some new Magic cards, consider the event deck. It's a really great value for $20. Got some expensive and powerful cards in it, so definitely keep that in mind as you are watching the matches.